Donald Trump, throughout his life, has bragged over and over again about how he uses every dodge he can to avoid paying any taxes if he can get away with it. And on a couple of occasions when he's applied for like casino licenses, he's had to turn over tax records in the 80s and 90s, and on a couple of occasions they showed, with a phalanx of lawyers and accountants and whatever, he was able to avoid paying any federal taxes. All right, well that's, I guess that's your right to do, but now he's running to be commander-in-chief. And now Donald Trump says, I'm going to be great for the military. Who do you think pays for the military? For the 2 million American young men and women who volunteer in a time of war to serve their nation in a patriotic way, risking their lives, risking their health. Who is it that pays? It's us. We don't love taxes. I mean, nobody does. But we know it's part of being a civilized nation that you have an obligation to society and that you want to contribute to support the things that are important, like our military. And yet Donald Trump, his whole life has been bragging about how he's trying to skate out of that. Don't tell me, after you've spent your whole life trying to skate out of paying taxes, that you're suddenly going to be a commander-in-chief and support the military. He's been stiffing the military his whole life, and there's no reason to believe he will suddenly be supportive of the military. I mean, and then everybody here knows how important service to veterans are. Our VA services, but more broadly, we make a promise. And when people leave, we got to keep up with that promise. We don't need to do less for veterans. We've got to be better at making sure we honor the obligations that we have to our veterans. In fact, while I'm asking about this, raise your hand if you're veteran, active duty, guard, reserve, or if you're a military family. Just raise your hand. Okay, well, we got a good number here. So we want to make sure that we honor our obligations to veterans. Donald Trump says, I'm going to be great for veterans. I'm going to be great for veterans. But if that tax return shows that he's been trying to skate out of paying any taxes, then he spent his whole life stiffing veterans. You can't tell me, after you've lived one way your whole life, that suddenly, magically, believe me, I'm going to be great for veterans. No, actions speak louder than words. Deeds speak louder than campaign promises. And Donald Trump has a record of actions and deeds that cut directly against